gonna get something today. Spark has to give me something today. There's no way I'll go a whole Saturday without Spark. Let's quote and compare that for later.
We got ourselves a big over here.
Hello, and welcome back to another Cruisin with Corey. It's a Saturday morning, and we're trying to see what we can get, because typically Saturday is the best way to do gig work, but this morning is proving all against that. I'm at my normal parking spot, which is Walmart, praying I get a Spark order, which, as you know, I never do anymore. But there is a food place inside of Walmart, Charlie's Cheesesteaks. We're going to start the day off with a $10 Uber Eats order and see where we get daisy chained to after that. Of course, if it's your first time, this is a gig work channel. I'm a dad. This is what I usually do. I usually do mother's hours, and then I grind it on the weekends. We're trying to grind on the weekends, but it's very hard to talk about grinding because of the natural topic involved there. But let's go run into Charlie's and grab whatever it is this person ordered. All right, so while we're driving to this Uber drop-off, DoorDash came in with a shopping order, and we're not really going to have to do anything facetious to make this happen. Facetious? Is that the right word? I don't know. We're not going to have to do anything crazy to make this all work out, because basically I can just drop this off and then scoot right up to PetSmart. 2 orders, 13 items, not putting me in a bad area at all. And again, if I'm not doing Spark to hit my goal, which typically on Saturdays my goal is $200, I do need to have some higher tier payouts. So we're going to go run about 5 minutes to finish this Charlie's Uber Eats off. And then PetSmart it is. We got ourselves stacked up here. Base pay of that of $3, so $7 tip. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now we'll scoot up to PetSmart. There was another order that they've been trying to send me over and over to go to a Dunkin' and bring it about a half mile away. It says pick up by 11:27. The only thing is that pickup, like, they want me out of the store at 11:27? Or do I need to get to the store at 11:27? I've never been quite sure of that on shopping orders, but I don't think I'm going to do anything else. I think we're just going to skedoodle right to PetSmart. It's a bunch of cat stuff, and I don't have a cat. I've never had a cat, so finding cat stuff is not usually easy, so. But we gonna figure it out! Let's go. I don't know how I pulled that one off, but we got the goods. Stealing your line, Sarah. All right, first drop's right across the street at a set of apartments, and then the second stop is kind of in the vicinity of where Target is. So 2 good drops. Probably took me, I don't even know, 20 minutes to do that. 20-25. Wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. So let's go drop this off. I believe it's this way. She buzzed me right in, and she gave me the pin instantly. If only everybody could do that. But now 8 miles, 14 minutes to the next one. Let's go!
Let's go.
It's so crazy. Here's the tip breakdown on that. The lady who just had a big package of dog pads tipped $14 and she lived across the street. But the people in the much wealthier neighborhood that ordered $200 worth of like kitten stuff only tipped $6. Now, it was a good order. I don't necessarily care, but I just find it interesting that the person who lives across the street in an apartment tipped a ton when the person who lives far away and has a lot more money doesn't. Small world. I know I'm judging, but I mean, we all do in this realm. So it's not busy. It's noon. DoorDash let me hop back on for a half hour, which means it's not busy, but I feel like we'll be able to daisy chain that together. And we'll see what happens next. We're still on everything. The Gruba Huba. We're on Uber. Believe it or not, we're on Spark, as little as that has meant. We're gonna get something today. Spark has to give me something today. There's no way I'll go a whole Saturday without Spark. Let's quote and compare that for later. All right, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess where I am right now. Nah, just kidding. I'm at Walmart. Again, I am trying to get a flipping Spark order. I cannot get one, and as I have stated many a times, I'm not going to sit here and wait. So we'll take what's feeding us orders, and that is DoorDash. I don't like making money $8 at a time. I would rather make it $10, $20, $30 at a time. But as we've seen, DoorDash can facilitate $20 and $30 orders. They just have to be shopping, or I luck out and get a humongous food order, which has happened. It's just not as common. But we are going to go to Chick-fil-A, which reminds me, I actually have a coupon for there. I went to Chick-fil-A for the first time in like a year, and because I ate there for the first time in a year, they want my feedback, so they sent me that coupon for a free sandwich. So maybe that'll be our lunch after, but we got to grab this customer's order first. Just got to hop, skip, and jump and run a red light, and we'll be there. Drop that off. I turned down a couple wishy-wash orders that weren't bad. They just weren't what I wanted. And DoorDash was great. So now I'm scheduled for 2 o'clock. That's an hour and a half away. But I've noticed something. I'm going to see if it works. It says start around 2. I'm going to hit start. Is this going to let me do it? No, never mind. I think they've actually changed it so you can log in like a half hour early, I've noticed, but whatever. We're going to have to depend on Uber, Grubhub, Spark, Instacart, and Shipt, which sounds like a lot, but it still hasn't been amounting to anything. A ridiculous amount of time has elapsed, but we have got another order. I am not going to be too excited about putting the final tally in my rate after this, because it's not going to be good. But we just grabbed ourselves a Taco Bell order, TBZ. I didn't park in front of Walmart this time. I parked near Walmart, but like in the adjacent plaza. So I'm like, well, maybe if I'm outside of like, you know, I'm completely out of the bubble, but still in the 1 mile zone, maybe that'll help, you know, being superstitious. But it also helps me when I get food orders to get out of the plaza quicker. So Taco Bell has been better lately. I think Taco Bell universally is not the best place to pick up orders from. This is going to be a full return trip. There's no way to get orders from where this is headed. So it's going to be a return trip, but it's 1 o'clock. Lunch is over. So the odds of getting something good are going to go down. But let's go to T-Bizzle and grab these faux shizzle. Yeah.
Don't do that again.
Just grabbed a DoorDash order about 2/3 of the way back traveling from that Taco Bell 8 for $4. One of the main reasons I wanted to take this, because, I mean, dollar-wise it's good, but also my DoorDash shift expires, and I noticed that DoorDash likes to slam you with orders right before your shift expires, so I don't want to lapse with nothing. And again, Spark is gray. It's Saturday afternoon, Spark is gray. So I'm going to keep doing Spark updates because I want you guys to know that I actively am trying. But again, my Walmart is broken. Technically, the map is red, so you'd think it's busy, but it's not, at least not for me anyways. A lot of my Spark friends that I have, as I'm trying to park here at the old W, a lot of my Spark friends who do this full time, even they're struggling. There's just a massive migrant influence here. Massachusetts is a state that has been really welcoming to migrants, and I'm not going to get into the politics of that, but they keep pumping in money to help these people out, and they have just taken over the delivery force out here, which, does everyone have a right to work? Yes, but even the loaders know that they don't always match, and they're not always the right people, and there's complaints. But the problem with Spark is that the threshold for customer service is so low. Like, I think it's a 4.2 on Spark for customer rating, and I've heard a lot of them are down there. But on Shipt, for example, you have to be like a 4.7 to stay on the platform. That's why Shipt doesn't have this problem. But the problem with Shipt is that I just don't get orders. So, anywho, me just rambling for 2 minutes is probably enough time to where this order is done, so let's go grab it. Okay, updates for you people. Updates. Okay, shut up, Siri.
Turn left on.
We just snagged ourselves a $70 Instacart for only a few items at Target. So I couldn't drop this order in time because they had checked me in, they saw me there, they were bagging it up. I would have felt like a douchebag to cancel it at that point. So luckily, I think Instacart gives you like 20 minutes to get there before they take the order away. We're probably going to take 20 minutes to get there, but we're going to skedaddle. $70, 8 items. This lady is ordering like a shitload of vacuum cleaners. So yeah, pray for me that we get to keep this order because I need that $70. Let's go. How long do you have on an Instacart order after acceptance to get to the store before they cancel it?
Instacart doesn't have a rigid one-size-fits-all timer. Generally, the expectation is that you head to the store promptly once you accept. If you're taking too long, the app will start sending you notifications urging you along. Eventually, if there's no progress, the batch may be reassigned. This could happen within around 15 to 30 minutes if you don't show any movement. But if you're communicating with support or the customer about a valid delay, you have a bit of leeway. In short, the key is to stay proactive and show you're on your way.
So if I'm on another delivery, I probably have time to finish it and get there within 20 minutes?
Yes, typically you do have a window like that. If you finish up and head over in about 20 minutes, you should generally be fine. Just keep an eye on any app notifications, and if anything looks tight, a quick message to support or the customer can help.
All right, ChatGPT says we're fine, and I trust it. Let's go. All right, we just dropped that one off, as you saw, but I forgot. This order is worthy of my line, and I was so frazzled that I didn't say my line, so I'm gonna say it.
Say the line, Bart.
We got ourselves a bag of... We got ourselves a bag over here. Proper introduction to this order. Again, $69 for 8 items. They're all cleaning related, and it's only going 7 miles. It's going to an area that puts me where I need to be. All right, Instacart just yelled at me, but we're heading to the store now, so it hopefully stays. We're 7 minutes away from Target right now, so I don't think it'll yell at me, but it did say I was far away from the store, so the crunch is on. Whenever you can't find something, always go into the Target app or any store app looking for that air purifier. It doesn't seem to be where it's supposed to be, and it says there's only one left. It's this one, and it's supposed to be in C42. Okay, so I was looking in the wrong section, but they don't have it. So it's supposed to be right here, Honeywell Black. So we'll have to ask her, see what she wants. Hopefully not a refund, because that's a big hit in the tip. Well, she's not answering, and the most comparable thing that they have is this one. But it's the only one they have, so I'm kind of hold it hostage until she hopefully responds. I'm going to hit item unavailable. This is what Instacart is recommending. Now, the one she has, because again, I'm trying to do the best job possible here. The one that she's trying to get has 110 square footage for air. This is the one they're trying to recommend. And I guess 128. So maybe we should go with that one instead. Technically it's better, but it's white, so hopefully she's not color sensitive. So then I decided once I scanned it in, this is with Instacart. You have to consider your tip. So I went, the one that was going to be cheaper was going to lower my tip. This one is $10 more, but it's going to raise my tip, assuming everything sticks. So we have to wait. I've sent her a myriad of messages. So hopefully she is A, okay with it, or B, likes it, because that's all we got. Just walking around and waiting and hoping that she responds to this, because this is too big of an item to just force through. Well, it has been 20 minutes, 15 minutes since I started messaging her. I'm going to slow creep to the registers and we're going to YOLO it. Nothing I can do at this point. I tried. After all of that, I got an okay thanks as a message to all of that. So this is one of the few times I've ever had an order where, actually I've never had this on Instacart, where they have to sign on their phone. I've never had that before. So, well, hopefully she's responsive. Whoa, Jesus, why am I burping so much? Hopefully she's responsive to that at least. But it's only 13 minutes to her house, so I guess we'll find out. She ended up being a total sweetheart. She said everything was okay. Like, I wish you just told me that to relieve my anxiety. But let's see here while I'm kind of on the little side street. $6 base pay, that was. But let's just see. So with that slightly more expensive air purifier, it'll go up to $72 if that sticks. And based on my interaction, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Grab a hub! gyro company or gyro company, depending who you want to be. We are in the middle of nowhere, but that order is not a good order. Even so. But we'll try to get 1 or 2 more orders in here. I don't want to drag this out. I'm probably going to be out till 8 o'clock today, and I'm not going to drag you along for like 40 orders. So we'll try to get like 1 or 2 more, wrap things up. Of course, with that banger, our number is now heavily inflated, but let's see what happens. So I just got a Stop and Shop DoorDash order. I waited about 3 or 4 minutes. If you watched my other one, my rural tips order video, I said wait 5 minutes. I waited about 3.5. And if I had waited 5 minutes, I would have got this order when I was literally right up the street from it. But it's not that much of a detour. 18 for 5. I know I'm looking backwards, but I'm trying to merge. Hi! So, should be pretty easy. And I've lost track, but we're going to be close-ish to 200. So, yay to that. Let's go to Stop and Shop. It's mainly muffins, too, which hopefully they have them. But at least with DoorDash, your tip can't go down. So we got that going for us. Let's go. I'm having to have a worker get me a barcode to scan because there's no barcode anywhere on the muffin stand for to scan in a single muffin. So she has to get me one so that I can actually do this. So, and then I have 2 substitutions. So, yay! So a little dissection of what happened. I was doing that order. There was a lot of issues with muffins, as I was kind of telling you, but basically there's no single barcode for like one muffin. So if somebody orders a muffin in this store, there's like no way to scan that in. So I didn't know what to do. I got somebody to give me a barcode. So my wife is calling me at the same time I'm filming a segment, so that cut off and screwed up my glasses. But then as I'm scanning in the blueberries, DoorDash hit me with an add-on, and that like glitched out the whole app. So I had to close the app, go back in, rescan the blueberries, and then I accepted the add-on, which was like $13 for however many miles it was. It didn't take that much. 13 for 2.5. That might go up too. So this now is at least a $31 order, which is really good. We need this. So this will be the last one we record. Let's go ahead and drop this off. We are not very far, 2 miles away from the add-on customer. The add-on customer is getting their stuff first. Gotta love how that works out. Can confirm add-on did not go up. 5 minutes, 2.5 miles to the next one. Dropped off. Her kid was playing up front, so I'm not going to record that. Whoa, a Spark just for you offer. Oh, it's a .com, 83 for 48. I did one the other day that was $83, but it only had 15 drops. This one has a lot more than that. It's going in the good direction that I like to work out of, but I don't know, dude. I'm not feeling 21 stops right now. I'm gonna regret that later, but anyways, the next cut is gonna be an outro, or it's gonna be a banger order. And I'll summarize anything that I do in the meantime, because I'm not just going to take you along for all the petty drives. I'll let you know what I do, and we'll summarize it up in a minute. Okay, so we're back for one more order, and it's a really good one. It's a $24 order, 4 miles. It's Target and Five Guys. Now, here's the interesting thing. It's all for the same customer. DoorDash wants me to go to Five Guys first, which I don't like shopping before. I don't like shopping before getting someone's food. But in this case, look at the order. It's all milkshakes and fries. So it doesn't make any sense to get that first. They're going to make it on demand anyways. So we're going to run to Target first, grab the 2 items. I didn't check what they are, but I really don't care. And then we'll grab the shakes, drop it off. Literally in there for 5 minutes tops. Now let's run to Five Guys. Walmart is picking up. I actually got a really good go home order. It was like $50 for 20 items going in my direction. But this is $25 and it's going to keep me in the zone. So my logic is I can finish this order and maybe we can wrap this video up with a Spark order. That's the goal. This is going to be a long one for my standards. Might be over 20 minutes. I haven't done one of those in a while, but let's go to Five Guys, pick up some shakes. Not sure if DoorDash is going to ding me as late on this or not, because it technically says I showed up to Five Guys like 20 minutes late, but I don't know. We'll find out. It doesn't matter. That did the better thing for the customer, so just 6 minutes to his house. And then we're going to park at Walmart, and I'm almost positive we'll take something. All right, guys, we took a Spark order. It's not the greatest one in the world, but it's pretty good. It's 30 for 12. It's going in a decent direction for me because I am kind of wrapping things up. The f***? It was $29.97. It just changed. It went up 50 cents. Did she add an item? I don't know. This is new. I've never had that happen before. Well, whatever. We just made 50 more cents. Probably meant she added an item. And our Instacart tip just confirmed. So that $72 order is complete. So great news there. Let's finish this off. This will be the last order of my night and of this video. For real this time. Hopefully you like this longer form video. If you don't, let me know, because it's probably going to be a pain to edit, so I won't do it if you guys don't like it. But let me run in. Wait a second. It just went up again. So we were at 9 items. Now we're at 15. We were at 9 items. Now we're at 11. So she added 2 items. I'm okay with that. But if it keeps going up, I'm a bitch. But at least they pay for it. All right, so we're on our way. We had 1 substitution on that Spark order, but she accepted it right away. Super good. As you saw, she added a couple items, and it actually raised the base pay. I've never had that happen before. Maybe you have, but I haven't done a lot of Spark lately. Also, we got an extra $5 tip from our last DoorDash run. I didn't tell you guys that I did this, but I did actually text the customer, because I didn't know if DoorDash was going to yell at me for being late. So I texted the customer and I'm like, you know, I did the common sense thing and got your milkshakes last instead of going shopping first like DoorDash said. So just in case I'm late on your side, this is why. He must have appreciated that and gave me an extra $5. So a little communication goes a long way, and I wasn't dinged for being late at all. So all a bunch of wins in DJ Khaled form.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Now we are getting inundated with terrible Ubers. We're getting We're getting inundated with terrible Ubers as we drive to our destination about another 5 to 6 miles away. Dropped off, and for the sake of a video, again, we got a Spark order in, so now everyone's happy. we are done for the day at 5 o'clock. So we worked basically, I don't even know, 10 to 5. I'll edit that in post once I figure it out for sure, but I think 10 to 5, so 7 hours. This is what we made here today. Started off terrible. You know, I took that little $10 Uber Eats, which was a good order, but I had no inhibitions of hitting whatever this number is. I know it's north of 200. I know that much, hopefully. So it turned out to be a pretty good day. Mileage-wise, I only drove about 100 miles, and that's including 16 dead miles to get to the zone. So turned out to be a really good day. Again, to hit these numbers, you really need a banger to help you out. And of course, we got that $72 order. I guess without that, it would be a blah day, which I'm used to, but I'm appreciative that we had ourselves a good one. No, Uber is not going to add our bonus footage. But yeah, longer form video. Let me know if you guys like this. If you want me to do more, I will. They take more work, so I want to make sure you guys like them. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share the video along as we are on our mission to 2,000 subscribers. Every last bit helps. Consider helping the channel out by joining, by hitting the button below. But if not, again, liking and subscribing and just watching these videos makes me happy enough, and I'm oh so appreciative of everybody who's been along with me for the ride. But this is Cruisin' with Corey. Corey out.